Hello everyone and welcome. Crash here. This is RTA Motorsports. Let's get out of this menu here so it's not so dark looking. And today we're going to be driving some more Le Mans Ultimate and just seeing how it is. Just kind of getting a little bit more used to it. Last night we had a pretty cool stream with Jesse, and we got to kind of test a few things and really just crash a lot. But I was thinking about the title quite a bit, and also tried to get Race Labs to work so that way we have some interactive overlays. It doesn't seem like that's working for whatever reason, so maybe Streamlabs has to do an update. But we fixed a few things. So one, I was having a lot of static on my menus, and we'll switch this view over so you could all see, and no more static. And the way that we did that, unfortunately, we had to go to borderless window. But I did notice that the frame rate increased quite a bit. So these are NVIDIA G-Sync compatible monitors, but if the frame rate is, you know, almost at the top, you don't really need that G-Sync. You need the G-Sync when you start really impacting the frame rates quite a bit. And my frame rates are like 140 plus. So yeah, so it looks great. I haven't really raced yet today, but it looks great as far as like jumping in the car and, you know, kind of just doing a little bit of moving around and making sure that the settings are right. The other thing is I turned multi-view off, and it drastically impacts the FOV that it presets you with and what it looks like. So if you're running a triple like we are here, I don't suggest that you run with multi-view off. Multi-view is for multi-monitor setups. I just wanted to see what it would look like, and it didn't look great. I just wish we had some bezel correction, but we don't seem to have that yet. So let's jump in, and we'll... Looks like the prototype is going to be going on right now. So in about 29 minutes is going to be the next race. So we'll jump in some practice, but let's see what happens when we register for the race session. If it'll let us kind of go into the practice. Okay, so it says join event. So maybe then we could just join practice and we're registered for the race at this point. I don't know. We're kind of learning together here. Let me get... Let's get chat up and running. So if you haven't tried Le Mans Ultimate, it's pretty much running the R Factor engine. It does look really good though. Visuals, especially being that it's not a full title yet, it's looking really good. The only thing is the driving experience. Although it does feel good, it's not really fully there yet. So right now the oh, I see what's happening. Hold on one second. So like I was saying, we found out last night with learning with Jesse that the tire temperatures and maintaining tire temperatures is pretty much broken at the moment. So although you could get your tires up to temperature, you can't maintain temperature. They quickly go cold again. And it normally takes like 4 laps to actually get your tires to a drivable temperature. Right now, driving on grass is like literally hitting ice. So it's unrealistically slippery, and amongst other things. I mean, there's still like a ways to go where they have to update this title, but the driving feels engaging enough where it's fun, and it was enough where I was thinking about it pretty much all night. Some oddities though. So today, loading it up, it kept crashing before we started the stream as I was trying to get my race laps working. I don't think that was related to one another. I think it was just because, you know what I mean? I think it was just, you know, because we're still in beta and they're still having some issues. So let's make sure chat is working. And you can see now we have, this was pretty cool. Now we have everything set up where we have the UI a little bit further out, not so much crowding my view. And that is because I put the UI as wide. I wish individually we could move some of these elements. I guess if you put it to full, everything would be on the far edges and almost unusable in a triple screen setup. Probably good if you want to glance over real quick and not have it actually in your stream. I'm sure that would be good if that's what you're doing, but there are elements that I would like to see when we're streaming. Yeah, let's try this again. For some reason, stream chat doesn't want to work at the moment. There we go. Okay, so now we're good to go. Let's get the belts on. Eventually, I want to get a one of those belt tensioners like Sim Experience has. I'm just worried about the amount of power that would have to go to the rig just to make all that work. At this point, I already have to have power going to another room, so that way we don't, you know, have a circuit breaker kind of go with the computer and the motion rig all being in the same room. So let's get on track. Everything is feeling good. Also, a few of the times that I actually loaded up, and I was just kind of messing with graphical settings, I noticed I didn't have force feedback. I had to quit out of the title, go back in again. Kind of wondering if some of that also has to do with SimHub. So I shut off SimHub and it seems to be running really smooth now. So right now, going to the track with the pits, 120 frames per second. So we are completely cold tires right now. So I'm going to take this real easy. Slowly roll into the throttle. We do have the motion rig going, so you're going to notice a little bit of head shake there. Oh. Oh, that was really bad. Let's go back to the pits. Car is shaking quite a bit. I'm guessing we got some pretty significant damage. It is kind of hard to get damage in this title unless you have a pretty... You just heard that. It sounded like a tree snapped. Also, the title hangs up quite a bit whenever you're changing menus. And for some reason today, this didn't happen yesterday, but for today, it seems to keep defaulting to a different view. I think that is the TV cam setting, so I'm going to have to look at that. Also, the mirror up there, for whatever reason, doesn't show the pit boxes. I don't know, maybe that's a setting like higher detail in mirrors or something like that. I don't know. We're gonna have to look at that. Just little distraction things that I'm kind of noticing. I know the thumbnail says first drive. Last night was technically our first drive, but still haven't done a race, so this is going to be more so technically our first race, right? So we'll kind of go with that. So I'm loving the settings that I'm using for my force feedback, although there doesn't seem to be a setup yet for Sim Experience. If you know if there is, or how to get it working with Sim Experience's UI, definitely let me know. I'm completely off throttle, off brakes. I'm just kind of coasting into these turns, trying to get some temperature in there. I'm stopping at 300. This is just a default FOV. When you put in your resolution and you put multi-monitor view on, it actually pretty much sets a really good FOV straight out of the gate. There's no warping. If you put multi-monitor view off, you do get warping on the outsides. A little bit of a tail slide there. Gonna hold the throttle down. Actually, we're at 107 frames per second. Hey, Jesse, what's going on, brother? We got some cones in the middle. Jesse, in about 20 minutes or so, we're going to do an LMP race, an online LMP race if you want to jump in, but I just registered for it. Oh, okay. And a little bit.
0.77.
That was a 2-minute. Pretty much flat. 200. It's a Google plugin. I'll send it to you. I forgot what it's called, to be honest with you. All you have to do is install it to Google Chrome, and then when you have your stream running, you do the pop-out chat, and it automatically pulls the information. You don't have to, like, reset the location every time or anything like that. It automatically pulls it once you do pop-out chat. So it's been pretty sweet. But it's a plugin on Chrome, so yeah, I've been really liking it. Ah, on the grass. Woo! Hit a bump a little weird there. I heard it and felt it through the rig and shook me side to side kind of abruptly.
That final day 2:00.07.
We lost time on that one. Oh, what the? At least I didn't hit the wall. I just went to go to the right of the guy, and the car just went 90 degrees to the right. Yeah, there's still some little weird things that happen. $54. Yeah, I'm nowhere near that. I'd like to see I'd like to see what happens if I get a lap without any mistakes, but I'll probably be like 58. I think last night I got a 58 on one lap and crashed every other lap.
That final day 2:03.
Got a good amount of heat in the tires, actually, for once. Come on, turn. Too much turning. That definitely wasted some time. Now again, this title is still beta. It's still not perfect. Some weird things that happen from time to time, but oh. That's some big damage there. Just touch the curb. Touch the curb. Don't touch the curb, apparently. Oh yeah, the car is done. Let's go back. Let's go back to the pits. Little hang up there. See if we can fix this real quick, because I wonder why this keeps happening. Why do we keep defaulting to that view? Let's see. Let's go to graphics. Let's try that. Change the default view to cockpit instead of TV cockpit. I don't know why it was on TV cockpit. For some reason, turning it on today, that's what it wanted to go to. And we'll see the next time we go in the car if it is a different view or not. I'm kind of wondering if they're messing around with the brake bias or anything like that. Some of the fast guys that are out there, if there's some recommendations out there for what brake bias we should be running. If you all have any ideas, definitely let me know. I do have the control set up for traction control. Maybe I should actually be bumping up my traction control a little bit. So we're going to max it out to 8 for the first few laps and see what that feels like. At least until we get some heat in the tires. So I kind of feel like that's one of the reasons why I'm spinning out too, because I'm just getting on the traction too, getting on the throttle too early. Got wires poking out all over the place. Hold on, I gotta figure this out. This wire keeps hitting me in the eye. Ah, I see. There we go. There we go. Looks like, though, that chat is going behind... There we go. Alright, how to fix that? Let this guy go by. I'm gonna trail brake a little bit, so that way we don't run into the guy. Oh, why is he braking all the way back here? What's going on? That was weird. My tires are like almost going to orange every turn now since that spin out. So I'm trying to be careful on the turns to not overcook the tires, because then it just turns into like ice. I gotta say, from last night to this morning, I don't know if maybe just my understanding is a little bit better, but it feels like it's driving better. I don't know if there was an update that I was aware of. I didn't see Steam updating at all.
Time 2:05.57.
Whoa! Come on, guy. It almost pit maneuvered me and kind of lost my tires a little bit. Now he's driving real slow. Cold tires do that to you. Kind of feel like I have a little bit of damage, but I'm going to roll with it for a little bit just to get some practice in.
That time was a 2:02.17.
Overcooked that one. Still managed to exit without crashing. Ah. Darn. Darn, darn, darn. Kind of excited to see what that lap was going to look like. So from a motion rig's perspective, I can tell you the one thing that we discovered last night was when you flat spot the tires, you feel it in the rig, and it's very noticeable. Whole rig kind of jumps and vibrates to the resonance of the flat spotted tire. Oh. Big hang up there. Huge hang up there. And I don't see anyone on the track. Hung up again. No force feedback. Is it because of the race? The race is starting in 1 minute and 36 seconds. Could be. Who knows? Looks like the race itself is going to be a practice of 5 minutes, qualifying 7 minutes. So very similar to iRacing's 8 minutes, and then the race is 16 minutes, fast rolling start. So it's going to be our first race, everyone. Hopefully we do pretty good. If you have any questions regarding this title, definitely let me know. Kind of curious what everyone's thinking with this title, or if you have any reservations or anything like that. You know, what may be holding you back from actually jumping into this title? Definitely let me know. I can tell you a big one for me right now, as far as a reason to hold out, is purely the fact that it's a beta. We've been through this as sim racers many times. We've been through it with, you know, the Dirt Rally series and, you know, Assetto Corsa Competizione. When that one was released, it wasn't released as a finished product necessarily. So we've definitely been here before, and a lot of those titles have been renowned, you know, sim racing titles. Those have been like the big ones. So I think this one has potential to be there. Like me and Jesse were talking about last night, one thing that we were excited about was a lot of the things that makes a sim racer excited about a title, you know, flat spotting tires, tire temperatures, and various conditions that cause that, you know, driving down the straights versus spinning out and things like that. That's already built in. None of it is working perfectly. Tire models need some tweaking, car handling needs tweaking, grass needs tweaking, everything needs tweaking, but it's all there. The online is there. You can see in the top right, that's my, I'm assuming my safety rating, my driver rating. Driver rating's on the left, I'm assuming. B3, safety rating B0. I'm a bronze 3 and bronze 0. It's a bronze-ish color, so I'm guessing that's because I'm new to the title and I'm a beginner. And then the C, I don't know what the C stands for. Maybe that's just my initials crash, you know. So it's already built. You know, these are not pipe dreams. These are not hopes and wishes. It's there, and that's what really makes me, and also Jesse was saying too, it makes him excited for the future of this title. Now, one thing that I kind of hope, and I don't really think it to be the case with most other sims, but if this is going to go the way of online racing and they really want people to follow it, is this going to be like an iRacing where this is the user interface and they just keep adapting, updating, releasing packs, maybe doing like, you know, tournaments that you have to, you know, pay a small fee to enter and things like that? Or is this going to be Le Mans Ultimate 1? And then after a year, there's no updates. No one's really playing it anymore. Everyone's back to iRacing until Le Mans Ultimate 2 comes out. 9.99 times out of 10, that's what they end up doing. I'm looking for, I think if anything is going to be an iRacing competitor, or not a replacement, because I don't think iRacing will ever be replaced. I think it needs to be the all-encompassing, this is the title. You know, the servers are established. Everything is established. We're going to update and release as we go. So, I mean, these are the prototypes. These are the fixed series prototype cars that we're releasing now. And when the new versions come out, they could release those as packs. And basically, you purchase those packs. But at least the title is going to be readily updated on somewhat of a schedule, and you don't have to keep buying titles. Because I think when, you know, when things happen like that, or when titles do that, it's good for the console market, but it's bad for like the PC enthusiast, because after a year and the updates stop happening, and there's nothing really to look for. Now the game engine's older. we just migrate back to iRacing, you know, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with iRacing, but, you know, to constantly hear, you know, there needs to be a competitor, there needs to be another title that, you know, cost is a huge thing with iRacing. Cost is, I mean, I've put a lot of money into iRacing. I don't know. I think that's what they need to do because. Thank you, Jesse. Hopefully it actually starts. I don't know. I don't know if we're actually going to get to go in. It's still saying starting servers, so I don't know what's happening here. But yeah, I don't know. I think this title has a lot of promise. And I don't know what the proper way to do it would be. Hopefully we actually get in. But yeah, if you're just joining in, last night I had in the menus tons of static all over the place. And it was really making me kind of concerned with my GPU because it mimics kind of when you're overclocking in GPU and you go too far, lines of static that would just randomly shoot all over the place. And it was very distracting and honestly had me a little concerned because the frame rates we were pulling in the menus were really high. So sometimes like your GPU can go into overdrive and just start running away with it. So I was a little concerned, not too much, but I was a little concerned about it. Following Race Labs instructions to try to get the overlays working, which obviously they're not. But I followed their instructions and I was able to do it all the things that they were asking for. One of the things was going to borderless mode and then going from full screen to borderless, kind of find that the title is running smoother and we no longer have the static on the menu. So if you're experiencing that and you're like, what the heck is happening here? Go to borderless for now. And yeah, I really don't want to miss this race. Starting servers. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. We'll give it a few more minutes because I really don't want to take, you know, crazy amounts of time. It kicked me out of the practice. And I would imagine we're all probably in the same situation here. But yeah, it's little things like this that, you know, and they're open about it. They know they got to fix it. But it doesn't take away from the fact that I really do see that this title has a lot of promise. A lot of potential here. I wish there was a is there? No, I don't see anything. Kind of wish there was a chat, like a kind of a menu chat, so I at least could see these people are kind of experiencing the same thing that I am. There's a lot of people that are trying or probably have already entered the race. I don't know if we're the only ones being hung up here, which could be the case. Yeah, it looks like people are putting lap times already. I don't know why we're not able to get in. One more minute and then we're gonna quit, and then I guess the other one is gonna be the, was it the GTE class? It's gonna be the next race. We'll just kind of jump in on that one, see if we can get that one going. That practice has gone down to 5 minutes. Kind of wondering if everyone's just... Do I just join in one of these practice sessions? Let's see. Now it says join event. I don't know. I'm learning here. I don't want to lose our place in trying to join the race here. So if you've experienced anything like this with Le Mans Ultimate and you're trying to enter a race and it's just still says starting servers for a long time, let me know. I'm joining a practice because I don't know. It says 5 minutes left of practice, so I figured at least... Oh no, now it's putting me in Monza. What the heck? What is happening right now? All right, we'll just go with it. We'll go with the flow. Nope, we're back at Sebring. And we're in one of these Porsches now. What's happening? Someone help. Oh man. All right, we're gonna have to exit because I don't know what exactly is happening right now, and I feel like we're wasting some time when we could be driving. Oh, join event. There we go. We may have missed qualifying, but I don't really care. As long as we get in before the race starts, that'd be great because there's going to be crashing. There's going to be tons of crashing. I would love to get a qualifying lap down, but the reality of the situation is we may not. Looks like qualifying is just about to start, if not already. And are we stuck in this? Oh, we're stuck in this thing. Oh, that is unfortunate, but we'll roll with it. It shows a Porsche, but it's because it didn't load correctly. And it's not letting us on the track. Maybe if we go out and back. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, please start your engines.
All right, so it looks like we're back in an LMP car. All right. We're not going to have time to get the belts on. That's fine. See people driving out, but looks like people are turning their wheels like, should we go? Shouldn't we go? I don't know. It's my... first race, so I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Maybe we have time to get on the belts. I don't know. It's not telling me anything right now. Trying to get the belts going. Alright, so we got our belts going, but there's kind of thinking maybe the lead car is just not moving and it's waiting for him to move. Formation lap. Please follow left lane. Okay. Alright, so we're going now. Alright. This is all very strange, so if you are this is your first time kind of watching anything like this, this is kind of what to expect right now as the title's in beta. Now again, this is not the final version of this title. So going back and forth here is putting heat in my tires. Tires are turning green, but they are quickly going back to blue, and there's carnage already. Cars are all over the place back there. Let's see. We got some smoke shows going already. So far, we're P6. Getting squeezed off the track a little bit there. We're getting pushed from behind. Guys slamming into us. Mirrors work really well. That was cool, kind of running door to door there for a little bit. It's kind of hard, really, driving aggressive when you can't even trust your own vehicle. Front left tire is red. So far, we're P7. We started last place.
8.78.
Okay. Front left of my rig just popped. Oh no. Big old slide. Moved back to P10 from P5. 5 cars passed us. I'm gonna have to be careful on my braking. Oh no. That's the other thing. It's like the dirt. Can't touch the dirt at all. If you do, you're done. Even the curbs too. The curbs completely mess you up. Yeah, that wasn't clean at all.
18.84.
Ah, come on, come on, come on, don't hit the wall. First few laps I actually did pretty good. I don't know. I gotta get focused. I don't know what I'm doing right now. All right, we moved up a position. So now we're P9. A little bit of tire squeal in there. It's not only that these cars are hard to drive, it's just also this title has some optimizations that need to happen with its, not only with its tire model, but with the environment. You know, the grass is literally like ice. It's not perfect yet, but it's so much fun still. So this race said it was fixed. There's still people using setups. This is not wow, okay. There we go. We went up another position. The joy I get from this title now, and I said this last night, is almost like the joy that I get from driving rally. It's just like the cars are so hard to handle. You know, it's almost like you versus the car. Really should just be in it. I don't know why I keep coming off throttle through that double apex. Car is feeling pretty good now. My front tires are starting to turn a little red though, which has got me a little bit concerned. The GTEs are a lot easier to handle. I'll definitely give those a shot too. Woo! A little snap around action. Cool, for real. What are you using to race this title with? What type of equipment are you on? A controller, wheel, pedal setup? Nice, the 818's a beast. You have Thrustmaster's Formula rim? Forgot what they call it. You have all the wheels on. Nice. What a time to be sim racing, huh? Gotta be really slow about how you go on and off throttle in this car. You really like roll onto the... Sim racing for 10 years. Nice. What's your favorite sim? Yeah, it's just practice, you know, getting a little bit better feel for the car. And also now we have heat in the tires, so that, of course, makes a lot of difference. But a lot of my issues comes down to time for practice, you know. Once I do a few races, even in iracing, I tend to start really leveling up, but, you know, just a... Just a classic. Practice makes somewhat competent, not really ever perfect. Oh, guy spun out right there. He touched the grass. Can't touch the grass. I don't know if I moved up a position from him or not. Oh, we did. We're P6 currently. We're almost back to P5 where we were. We started this race because we missed qualifying because of the server issue that we were experiencing. Oh, no. Couldn't get the car to turn there. So we're back to P6. Oh, no, that was a lap car. But yeah, we missed qualifying, so we started last. Yeah, the grass is absolute murder. The grass is just ice. Feel like, you know, being a kid and playing that game, the floor is lava. You know, the grass is lava. So far my fastest lap's 157.1. Not great. Really want to be in the top 5 this race. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. I was trying to get a quick replay of that, but the button wasn't working. What am I on? What do you mean by that? Like what wheel? Curbs have a pull setting. What am I on? Oh, okay, a pull setting. So I'm on the Sim Experience AccuForce. I, for some reason, can't seem to get it to create a profile for a Le Mans Ultimate. Car ahead is for position. Oh no! Oh no! We both went on the grass at the same time. Well, we'll start that again. Let's have him out front. Let's see if we can do this again, this battle. Yeah, that grass. If I would have kept it in, I think we would have been ahead of him. There we go. He ended up losing it on that curb there. He saved it though. I don't know how. He was going right for the grass. Currently P5. That's the goal. Let's see if we can actually make it. Go and hit the wall. Oh no! Ah! Oh no! Checkered flag's out. We lost it. Right on the last turn. Ah, P6. That was a good battle, though. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. So that's kind of... Yeah. What can you do, right? So there are setups. Interesting. Okay. It says fixed. So I was assuming that there was no setups, but you're letting me know that on Discord, they're actually exchanging setups. So generating results. You know, and setups could really make or break everything with a race. So I really want to see the results. This may take up to 2 minutes. You can leave and return from any time. So we finished 6th. Really want to be top 5. Race results. Let's see where we are. So this is our line here. And looks like our safety rating, it says went up, but I don't see anything there. And driver rating went up, but I don't see any change there either. Maybe it shows later. I don't know. There's an up arrow. Back to online. GTE fixed. Let's see when this race is going to start. So I know everyone is driving Ferrari, and starts in 6 minutes. So we'll drive Ferrari. We'll see how we'll do. Really want to drive the... I'm going to go silver. We're going to do the AF... Oh, there we go. That's different. Kiesel Racing. Like that. Bright, like highlighter yellow. Yeah, the one thing I noticed last night running with Jesse was that everyone was, not everyone, but a lot of people were running Ferrari, and I remember hearing it on the on some of the live streams that, you know, Ferrari for some reason is really the better vehicle at the moment, and they have to kind of do some optimizations to really bring it back or bring the other cars forward to make it more even. So right now Ferrari's kind of like the stronger vehicle to run with, and that's what everyone's seeming to run with, except for this racer here is running a Porsche, and they have their picture uploaded. It looks like a professional sim racer photo, so it's probably to really even it out. I personally, I'm a Corvette fan, but you know, if everyone's running Ferraris, there's gonna be a big patch this week. Do you know what day that patch is supposed to happen? We got 4 minutes, 47 seconds left. Let's get the let's see. Video capture device. Doing live video editing right here. Boom. For some reason with my OBS, I keep having issues where I have a Razer webcam, and I absolutely love it. I mean, it looks great, but the settings keep changing every time I launch OBS, and I have to keep creating new sources for it. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now, unfortunately. Oh, they haven't announced a specific day yet? Okay. That's no big deal. I'll be looking forward to it. We got 3 minutes, 21 seconds left till the race starts. Kind of excited now. That last race went really well. I was kind of expecting top 10, even though we started last place, because, you know, there's always a lot of crashing turn one. And this title, we didn't even make it to turn one before there was crashing. There was crashing on the way to turn one. So it was a little bit of a mess. We got 2 minutes left, 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. So I kind of knew, you know, starting in the back wasn't really going to be that big of a deal, but actually getting into the race was a problem. So I'm kind of hoping not joining a practice right now is going to allow us to join the server. It said starting server, and we missed practice. We missed qualifying the last time through. Good thing we actually made it to the race. So that way we could experience that. Let's see what happens this time. Maybe that was a one-off, because obviously people did qualify and people were running lap times in the practice session, because there was times showing up here under leaderboard. Let me actually show this here. There was actually time showing up in the leaderboard. Nope, there's time showing up here right now. So maybe this is just for all the race sessions, and now I'm confused. I don't know. I'm learning. Yeah, let's see. Oh, so it does happen. Okay. Now, has anyone run into an issue where it just endlessly says starting server? Like it never actually allows you to join the server? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So, big reason why I took a break. Well, one was my career. My career has taken a lot of my time, as careers do. And my schedule is kind of all over the place, and it still is, but you know, some weeks I work evenings, and some weeks I have to work days. So yeah, so right now I kind of feel like my schedule's slowly going to get back to being under control, and we could slowly get back to content creation. There's a lot of videos I want to do. There's a lot of updates I need to do to my rig as far as update videos, and I got the itch to actually get these videos going, and I can't wait to actually do so. But yeah, I know like my e-brake, my Fanatec e-brake, I want to do an update video on that as far as, you know, long-term owner review type deal. And as well as my Husenfeld sequential shifter. I got some things I want to say about that. And then also I do want to try new setups for the sequential and the handbrake. I do love rally racing. Not great at it, but I feel like that's kind of one of my passions. Just in the rig, it's just so much fun. So I do want to kind of change the setup a little bit here, as well as change around the office. My wife was kind of, you know, telling me maybe moving my rig to an area that would kind of give us a little bit more room to work on the rig if we have to change things around. But I definitely want to get actual videos going. And yeah, I'm stoked to be back. All right, so joint event just popped up as expected. So maybe we'll actually join during practice instead of the start of the race. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this year. I feel like this year we're really gonna take this channel to new heights, hopefully, and really get things going. Now that my schedule for my career is a little bit more smooth. It's not going to be perfect. There's still going to be lapses of time. But I'm really excited to kind of get back focused with the channel. Let's see. Start driving. So we're in the Ferrari again. Let's see, this is we're in practice right now. We only got 3 minutes left of practice, so let's see what we can do here. Obviously, this is not going to be an LMP2 car, but see what we can get done here. Yeah, turn one's gonna be an absolute mess. I'm really gonna have to qualify. Up, a little bit of snap there. So hopefully get out in front of the mess that's gonna be happening. The inevitable mess. Yeah, tires are still really cold. Even though we only got like a minute left to practice, this is good information I'm getting of how this car handles these cold tires. It is slick. Doesn't feel as treacherous as the LMP2, so you were, cool for real, you were definitely correct there. But these long straights kind of kill the tire temperature. Get some heat in the tires a little bit. Oh. Car just wanted to continue turning to the right. So I would love to know what the story is with that Porsche. Because we got almost stuck with that model. Where there's no interior. All right, so practice is over. So we're going to be starting the qualifying session. I noticed with that Porsche, there is no interior. Like, and the thing is, it at first wanted to load us up with that for the LMP2. And I see that car sometimes on LMP2. And obviously, it's not an LMP2 car, right? But you know, it's definitely a bug, but I kind of wonder if it's like a developer model that they created and it just keeps pulling from that car for whatever reason. I'm turning traction control up because I don't really feel safe right now. Pull the tires up to temperature at least. Shouldn't have gone down the second gear there. I don't know why I did. They're moving the box that blocks the windshield. Oh, gotcha. Okay. On the driver's side, okay. Oh, come on. Track limits.
Lap time was a 150.03.
So far we're qualifying P4. I expect that to P5. Yeah, we're probably going to get pushed back a little bit. I am driving pretty conservatively. Yeah. I kind of feel like that, but there are people that are apparently a lot faster than us. It may be the setups. It may be that they're running setups, but
Lap 150.01.
that wasn't a good corner exit at all. Oh, no. We just kind of threw that lap away. Threw that lap away. Yeah, snap oversteer. Kind of wonder how much time do we have left in this session. There we go.
Lap
Checker
time was
flag.
a 151.42.
So it looks like we qualified P9. Don't know how many cars are actually in this session. We'll find out in just a moment. Best was a 150.015. There we go. All right, so I'm guessing like 20 cars, 25? Nope, 19 cars. We got 19 cars in this race session. We qualified P9, so kind of like right in the middle of the pack. So that should be interesting come turn 1. Oh, this is going to be hopefully not a full accordion, but we're starting on the inside line, which I don't know. There's pros and cons, but we'll see. So from what I remember for the last race, it definitely took a little while for things to kind of get going. So we'll just... Yeah, hopefully everyone will behave. People put down some really good times, so it's not that people can't drive or anything that are in this session. So we got 32 seconds left. Shows right there for everyone to load in, I guess. And so that's pretty cool. All right. And I'm running triple screens, obviously. I'm using the wide HUD setting, so that way everything's kind of off my main screen here, and I can just peer to the left if I want to look at relative. It would be cool to kind of have a free, because I would love to just move the relative over. This, I would like to just get away. I don't need this. You know, only certain things, and I'm sure things like that are probably coming in the future, but that's what you run. All right. Here we go.
Green, green, let's go.
Oh, that looks like an amoeba. I'm gonna start slowing down here. Wow. Everyone made it through. Get out of here. So we are now P10. Back to P9. Feel a traction loss kicking in there. Kind of felt like snap oversteer was about to become a really big problem. Gotta really baby this car. A little bit of impacts there ahead of us. I don't know what's going on there between them two. Maybe one did not see the other. All right, currently P11. That off track that we had before kind of messed us up a little bit. A little bit of traction loss kicking in. He's going into the pits. Looks like he has some damage. That or he wants to get away from everyone.
7.
That was a 201 somehow. It's actually really good considering all the traffic that we had. And it being lap 1. We got that awesome Martin on our tail. Mean mugging me. Tires are starting to go green a little bit. Still kind of going back to pale blue. So still got to be careful. I'm gonna lower the traction control down a few clicks. I had it all the way up.
Time 1:51.
We're P10, so guys are bunching up ahead of us there. Door-to-door racing. Oh! Big slide. Yeah, I'm trying not to let it distract me because it's actually really entertaining to watch. All right, we just moved up P9. See if we can move up a few more positions here. We were kind of losing the car there.
Time 1:50.98.
Lost the position. The Aston Martin. We definitely got to work to get that back. All right, we got to run on them.
Lap 151.47.
Woo! Got a car to the left. Got him. Now we just got to catch back up to this Corvette here.
Time 152.10.
Ah, he's pulling me hard. This is actually a lot of fun. I'm not doing great, but it's a lot of fun. Lots of door-to-door racing here with these guys. Oh. Starting to lose the rear a little bit, my car. Rear tires are glowing orange. Got 5 minutes left of the race session.
That time was a 151.62.
Pulling in the cars ahead. Oh, really good. We had a lot of exchanges back and forth. Really clean racing. At Monza, we all made it through turn one. And it looked pretty messy, but everyone made it through cleanly. Been going really back and forth with these guys. A lot of door-to-door racing. It's been pretty insane. We're slowly pulling in this group here. That Corvette was behind us. Ended up passing us up through some of the exchanges I was having, unfortunately. Not bad. We finished P6. Very last turn, I was P5, and the goal was to be in the top 5. And the very last turn, the guy behind kind of capitalized on a mistake I made. So it was pretty exciting. And so far, 2 for 2. I mean, these races have been really exciting races.
49.65.
I honestly feel like there was an update, but there wasn't I don't think there was an update last night, but I feel like there was an update because the cars are driving. All right, let me not talk too soon. I was gonna say the cars are driving so much better, but then I go and I start drifting. Woo! That was for position. We moved up. So now we're currently P9. No, this lobby was the last 2 lobbies I was in. I mean, really good. The LMP cars, there was crashing on the way to turn 1, and I think that's just because of the LMP cars. But this one here, it was super clean, and I got passed up by a Corvette. Austin Martin was battling the heck out of me. We had a great exchange of positions numerous times. So I don't know if, I'm really loving how the Ferrari's driving, but I don't know if there's really that much of a balance issue. I don't know what's going on. My rear tires are bright red right now. I didn't feel like I was locking them up, but something happened there. Let me make sure. Kind of moving the bias a little bit. Yeah, so Cool was actually touching on that there's going to be a big update this week. They didn't specify what day, but all right, checkered flag. And we didn't have enough. So we ended up finishing P9, I believe it was P9. Overall, I mean, absolutely amazing time. This was, I think this is where this is shining. I mean, you can see the checkered flags kind of flashing on the track. If I had one of those flag things, flash and checkered too, that would be so immersive, like in my cockpit here. I think Jesse has one, if I remember correctly. But you can see, yeah, we finished P9. Best lap was 149.649. Best lap for the number 1 person was 147. So Pretty much 2.2 seconds off. A lot of that is going to be practice because I definitely still need practice. Thank you. Thank you. So let's exit the session here. And I really like, I mean, this is a lot of fun. This is my style of racing as far as GT3, LMP, GTE. This is my favorite type of racing. So let's see. So far up here, my safety rating and my driver rating has not changed. I don't know if that's, it says I gained 1 position. That's all that helped. That's all that happened. Expected you to qualify second, actual 9th. You qualified in the top half of the results. That's good. Expected you to finish second, actual 9th. You finished in the top. So it's pretty much, I guess, like a wash. Qualified 4 clean laps. Raced 5 clean laps. But the negatives were raced 1 invalid lap and raced contact with another vehicle. It says that I crashed into myself. It says who I crashed into. I'm assuming that's what it means. Race contact with another vehicle, Sandcastle Boy. So that's pretty cool that it gives you actual data. But let's see. So it seemed like it was pretty much a wash. See if there's any cool LMP2 colors besides black and red. There we go. We got some yellow. We'll do the yellow one. DKR Engineering. We got 8 minutes. Looks like all the practice servers are pretty full. But we'll join practice 7. 8 minutes till the race starts. So I'll just make sure that we're out beforehand, because what we actually experienced before was when it kicks us out to join the race session, we ended up missing practice and qualifying completely. So we started from the back of the pack, which still, I mean, worked out really good because we moved up to P6. But yeah, I'm loving the LMP2 with the motion rig and the kind of the feeling that I'm getting. Oh, it just crashed. Well, good thing the race session hasn't started yet, so we get to re-register for everything. I just updated to the latest version of SimHub, but I think if I run it, it's going to cause an issue with my motion. You know what? Let me actually try that real quick. We still got a few minutes before the race starts. Let me run SimHub and configure it. And let's see if we could actually get a screen on here. Because pretty much I'm just going off of the UI and this here to kind of remind me what gear I'm in, because I don't have the dash up in the LMP car. I configure game now. Keep saying that something has gone wrong. It's definitely not running. Okay, so it's probably got to be like a manual. Oh, well. We're not going to do that right now. I'll fix it another time. But it does not. Let's see if we just put a dash up. Let's see if it just starts picking it up, because I kind of noticed weird things here and there where, like, my Sim Racing Studio says to configure the title, that it's not configured, but yet motion is working. Let's see. It may just work. So the race is going to start in 5 minutes. 4 minutes, 56 seconds. So it still has us registered, which is pretty cool, even though it crashed. So going out and back in, it still has us registered. Let's see. I really, I'll join a practice. I really didn't want to join a practice, but we'll join one just to see kind of what happens. Now it's getting kind of close. I think it's going to be like putting us in a practice server just as the race server is kind of loading up. That, or it's not letting me in because the race is starting so soon. I don't know. I don't know. All right, so join practice kind of went back up again. See, we got 3 minutes, 14 seconds left. Ugh. Getting kind of sweaty, which is a good sign. It's making me work out a little bit. How do you all feel about the point of view with the motion rig and all that? Would you rather me do screen capture versus the point of view? I've always kind of done this, even back before motion, back when I had my old rig, and I kind of feel, I don't know, it's a little bit more immersive. It's a little different, kind of bringing you all along for the ride in the motion rig. But I don't know, it might just be like a shaky mess and not really good. I know VR can sometimes be that way. Let's bring this down a little bit. Cool. I appreciate it. See, we got minute 45. So the goal in this one is now for top 3, because we already tried top 5 and we failed, but I don't want to try the same goal again. We already did this race once, so I want to move up. Yeah, more people are switching over to this view. And I feel like some people do it much better than me. I know there's some racers that actually, like, they'll have a setup like this, or they have one that's mounted to their seat and they don't have motion on. But what they'll do is they'll have a cage with the camera down here. And when you have the camera down here, it really kind of makes it look like you're in the cockpit. Because I'll move down and let's see, let's bring back to the race view here. Now for some reason my Stream Deck is not wanting to change my settings here, but it really kind of brings you in, kind of like this, even more so. So that way, if you have a wheel, or if I had my dash display up, would be up here, would be perfectly overlaid on the car. And you know, they don't do like a face camera because it kind of looks crazy. But you know, I thought about doing things like that, but I don't know. Yeah, you know, I find some do it better than others, and there's a lot of people that do it much better than me. Just I'm not willing to kind of go that route yet of the whole cage thing to really get the view in, because really where the camera is now above my head would be like as if I was, you know, 2 or 3 inches taller, which is not really like my eye. So some people, they get it just around the mouth view or a little bit lower on the head, and you can really get that view like from what I'm experiencing. But you know, there are also some people are using like F1 seats, or they recline their seat back quite a bit. I don't want to take away from my driving experience personally, because I'm genuinely having fun. And Jesse can tell you, pretty much every time I'm in the rig, I'm live streaming. I like to share the experience, but not only that, it's time. I don't have the time to really do it any other way. So, you know, I want to be able to enjoy the experience myself too. Can't see the relatives box. So yeah, the relatives box is probably like just out of view. It'd be over here with the new settings that I'm using. And I could actually like screen cap and put it in there, because I tried. So Jesse, I tried the Race Labs setup, and I actually got it all working. Um, so let's see, race overlay. So it is working. Um, so you can see all the overlays here. It is actually working, which is cool, but it doesn't work. Oh, snap. It just popped up on the stream. Okay. What? Okay. So let me get some more. My mind's like blown right now. Okay. So we could do this. When did that actually... I'm so... I'm so confused right now. And then let's get the map going. So my layout didn't work, but I'm actually just using overlays. And where is browser? Then I want advanced. Advanced, advanced, advanced. I hope this doesn't cause an issue when I run iracing, that all of a sudden we have... like crazy amount of things running on the screen. Okay. I think that's cool. Nice. So that way you all could kind of follow along a little bit better. That's kind of the hopes here. All right. Cool. Let's get on track. Oh! Oh! This is working! This is working! Okay. And it says on SimHub, I don't want to mess anything up. I have nicer dash displays in this, but it says on SimHub that it's not paired. So kind of the same thing with my motion rig, where it tells me, hey, you need to actually configure it. Okay. All right, everything came back up. I am so excited right now. You have no idea. I'm like more in love now. But let's try to get a lap down. I am so stoked at the moment. This is all working. Yeah, buddy. And it's just a quick and dirty setup for race labs and, you know, the different things on the screen, but hopefully it's going to help you all kind of follow along here. The way that I got it working was kind of following the setup guide for race labs. That seemed to work, but it didn't work until I actually clicked on one of the windows. I am getting a little bit of stuttering in title here. I don't know if it's a server or what. I am getting stutters. Stutters have gone away. So we're in the LMP2 car. Really taking my time rolling onto the throttle. After driving that GTE, it's like the first lap I was just way too aggressive on the throttle. Even then, I'm overcooking a lot of these turns. They drive so differently. Now my brain's all kind of messed up from the first time we drove this car. We'll get it back. It's just the muscle memory is kind of all messed up at the moment. Yeah, it does take a while to build in. Oh no. Got on the grass a little bit and we kind of messed up the braking zone there. We should have enough time for another lap or so. Let's see. Can't really see chat too well.
That time was a 2:02.58.
Not great. Oh no. These are all mistakes I did not make on the first one. It's kind of a shame. We'll get it though. At least we're getting it now instead of the race. A little bit of tire squealing there. Got only a few seconds left of qualifying, so I don't think we're going to really get a clean lap in qualifying, unfortunately.
Time 2:03.11.
Not great. That's the line I needed there. Oh, so much better. That when it doesn't count, I do so much better. Alright, but it's going to be stopping us any second to do the race. I'm just trying to get some practice in here. Oh, yeah. There we go. There it is. Now I'm getting it. There's the feel. All the right feels. Maybe. There we go. Okay. So that last lap felt actually really good. I don't think it would have put us in contention of the top 5. But at least we're not, I mean, we're pretty much starting from the back of the pack. the first race we did, we started from the back of the pack. We made it to P6. It was P5 for a short period of time. Last turn, we lost it, and we were P6. Didn't crash or anything, just P5 made it by us. We made a mistake. Got too excited, too hyped up. So let's see what we can do now. Let's see. Hopefully we make it through. That last lap definitely felt like a much better line. Everything felt better. I kind of was getting adjusted to the speed a little bit more. Let's see if we could actually make it happen and be top 3. I do want to move this relative. And it's not correct. It's saying that my name is Mark Houghton. Okay, so that's... Maybe it'll correct itself once the race starts? I don't know. It's saying that my name is Mark Houghton on my relative here. I don't know what you guys are seeing. I would imagine you guys are seeing the same thing. And it's showing actually the wrong car. I'm number 15, or I'm P15. What number am I? Number 43. I don't know. So maybe relative is not really working. I don't know. We have it on screen. My name is not Mark Houghton. That's someone else. I don't know. Maybe something within Race Labs I could adjust. All right. So it's still holding to Mark Houghton. I'm a few cars back. I see Mark Houghton. Oh, I just got hit. I see Mark Houghton on the in-game relative. He's a few cars up, so just know that that's not me.
Green, let's go.
Big mistake there. Jumped on the throttle. Got a car to the right. Oh my gosh. Ran right into him. Accident. Oh, lots of carnage here. So far we're P11. Getting hit from behind. Thank you, Jesse. So far, this has been a pretty action-packed start.
Lap 2:09.37.
Door to door with this guy here. Sparks, nice. All my tires are almost completely green, which is kind of cool. This guy's slowing down way too much into these turns. But he's staying on the line, so it's kind of making it hard to really come by him. We'll get past him.
That time of day, 158.89.
Oh, big accident we just got past. And I managed to move ahead of some cars here, and we're catching a group up ahead. Nice. There we go. Here it is. Here it is, team. Let's do it. Oh, big accident. A bunch of cars spun out.
Time 157.2.
All right, that was a 57. Oh no. Darn it. Lost some valuable positions there. He's got me. I screwed up that turn exit. I went on the grass. So far we are P11 now that he's passing us.
That time was a 208.29.
Got a crash up ahead. Okay. Oh man, I don't know how we saved that one. Car just kind of like kicked to the side on me. Now it doesn't want to steer. Come on. Lost a few more positions. I think my tires were probably overcooked in the rear. Oh, that's great. This guy's just slamming into us. Nothing like someone coming up, just ramming their car into yours. Almost got into an incident there. I had to lock up the brakes real hard. Good thing the brakes were really good in this car. You can see my right front tire is now glowing red. Needed to kind of cool down here, especially before we enter this area. Very bumpy. Oh. Just fighting this car. I'm overdriving. I know it's definitely my fault, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I am trying to push hard, but you know, really with this title you shouldn't be. Should be just consistency. Kind of wins the races right now. Like that. You know, little silly things like that. Did not be doing. Yellow flag was out. Whoa! I just jumped this car. Something on track made me jump up in the air and go sideways. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Lap 158.95.
So far, we're still P11. Trying to get back in the groove of things. The car is really locking up the tires super easily. Probably need to look into what the brake bias is, but I don't want to take my eyes off the screen. Let's see. Move the brake bias a little bit more centered because I was locking up the fronts really easily. I don't know if that was the move, but we'll see. Yellow flag is out again for this crash ahead. We're at a minute left. Unless something significant happens, I don't know if I'll be able to gain any more positions, but ooh, that was a big slide. I don't know if this is a lap car or not. Come on. Tires are glowing red. Does not want to turn. Poor car doesn't want to turn. She doesn't want to do it. Tires are cooked.
Time 2:01.2.
We put the brake bias back where about it was. Alright, so maybe I just went wrong with the brake bias, because now it feels better. Maybe I went the wrong way of what it wanted. Oh no! Missed my braking zone. One way to enter a turn. Hear those tires squealing. All right, so we ended up finishing P11. Not the best finish, but we finished, so that's good. So yeah, definitely need to look into these setups. I hear people are running some Discord setups, but we'll definitely have to check that out and see kind of what's the deal with that. Let's see what this race actually did for us, if anything. I don't know. Generating results. Let's see. So rank breakdown. Let's start there, because that was definitely not as clean of a race as I've raced prior. That first race we did, we finished P6. It was much cleaner. Gained 5 positions. So it looks like expected to qualify 20th. We qualified 16th. So overall, for the expectations, I did pretty good. So maybe we'll... So it looks like we went down 1 point for bronze, but that's like negligible. We went up 22.7% for safety rank. So, not bad. Not bad. So we're kind of getting there. Looks like some people are actually in the silver. So you got S1 here. So there is room to grow. But everyone, hopefully you enjoyed that. I gotta say, this title is, you know, the more and more I'm playing it, the more and more excited I'm getting for it. There's just little things that are kind of needing to be updated. Right now, my sim racing studio, my motion is saying that I need to patch it or config it for it to work, which is not the case. So it's actually working just fine. You also seen, let's actually get out of here so the screen is not so dark. Let's close the desktop. So you actually seen that the motion rig was actually working just fine. Sim Hub is actually not running. I don't know how this is working the way it is, but it's not running currently, or at least it's showing it's not running. But yet my dash display is working just fine. So we later found that out. Sim Racing, not Sim Racing Studios, but Race Lab. I set up everything the way it said to. It didn't work for the first half of the stream. The last half or the last race, we accidentally figured out how to kind of get things working. And I don't even know if we could replicate that again, but we did have everything on the screen, which was awesome for you guys to kind of experience, but it was inaccurate. So in game, the relative showed me, but on Race Lab, it was following some other driver. I don't know. So it must be how it's pulling the data needs to be updated, but we are on the latest version of Race Lab. Let me just verify that and make sure I'm not talking incorrectly. Yeah, there's no updates for Race Lab currently. So, you know, there's just little things like that, but then also driving dynamics need to be updated. The cars are really engaging. They're a lot of fun, but there's room to grow. And I think we kind of all know where that room needs to be. Right now, the tires are kind of the biggest thing. The cars feel good. Just it's kind of hard to figure out what the tires themselves are doing. I'm getting a lot of road telemetry, but it's kind of hard to feel the limit of the car. One thing I had to do yesterday, and I have the Sim Experience AccuForce, so if you have the same wheel, you may want to kind of listen to this part here. The Newton meters of, like, you know, force feedback, I lowered that down. Lowered it down to, I think, 9. It was set at 14.5. I lowered it down to 9. I lowered max force feedback to 90%, and I added a little bit of smoothing because I felt like it was really gritty, almost like I would expect, like as if I had dirt in bearings. It was like really crunchy feeling. It wasn't good, but that actually made the force feedback feel much better. And I'm sure there's probably YouTubers who you know, spoke to some of the developers, and maybe they have, or they're just really good with setting up force feedback, and they probably have better force feedback settings. But that for me kind of made it feel a world of difference. I don't have a profile set up for Sim Experience's UI. So normally that takes care of a lot of like the baseline issues, and there isn't one. I can't figure out how to pair it to Le Mans Ultimate. So if you know how to do that, let me know. I just think there needs to be an update for the AccuForce UI for that to work. But everything else is working as expected. Slowly, we're slowly getting everything working. Grass, no go. Dirt, no go. Don't touch it. As soon as you touch it, you lose the car. It's almost impossible to save. Actually, I don't even think you could save it. So, you know, if you know you're going for the grass, just hold the wheel as straight as possible. If you turn, you're going like a top. And just, you know, really hope for the best at that point. But everyone, this title, Le Mans Ultimate, is exciting. It's definitely got my attention. It's I don't think it's, yeah, curbs are very dangerous. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jesse. I don't think it's ever going to replace iRacing, but I'm kind of curious to see what they do in the future. And I'm curious to see what updates this week, hopefully. I know a few of you, Jesse and Cool For Real, were saying that there should be some big updates this week. I'm kind of curious to see what that does, because the game engine so far and the online racing is really exciting. And for something that's a beta, it's working really well. I have had issues. I've crashed out, I think, 3 times as far as like the title or the sim just crashing and me having to reopen it, but it held my place for the race I was registered in. That was cool. So it's got a lot of pros and a lot of cons right now, but the cons are to be expected because of it's not a full release yet. So if you haven't tried it, I highly suggest you do so. A lot of the online racing has been absolutely amazing today. We had 3 races, and all 3 races, there was tons of door-to-door racing. There was also a lot of incidences that we were able to get around. And of course, I had my own little incidences I was trying to deal with. But everyone, I'm Crash. This is RTA Motorsports. Let me know in the comment box below what you all think of Le Mans Ultimate. And hopefully I'll catch you real soon this week for some racing. And Jesse, hopefully we'll have him on as well for some racing in Le Mans Ultimate, or maybe iRacing. I don't know. Everyone, have a good day. Stay safe. Catch you next time.